EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there. Kill. Here we go, 46, 46. Hey, check 20. Pick the edge. Go. Here we go, 47. Watch the twist. Watch that. We're going to 54. Why in? 26.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check 53, Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Check 99. Check 99. We're going to 53. Check 3.
On second down, Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 at the 41-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pick your game up. 47. 26.
Prescott now toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Fights off the defender. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Christian Kirksey able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Browns, Antonio Callaway. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the 22, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. He was looking for Landry that time.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Prescott to throw it. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Prescott now from the 50. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hatchet. They're going to 53. Watch out. Showing up.
A give to Elliott. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Olivier Vernon brings him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
47.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
We got this.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
47. Here we go, 46. 46.
On second and goal, Prescott. That is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Cowboys are in for 6. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. A good pick up there of 20 yards. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Mayfield to throw it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Come on.
4th down, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance.
Check. Crunch. 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 Pistol. Right there. 80 weapon. Stop your whining.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And this is caught. at the 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Tighten up, tighten up. Hey, alert, alert, alert.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Mayfield. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Joseph is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Mayfield down. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
There we go. Line in. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Okay, double up, double up, double up, double up. Switch, switch, switch. There we go. Kill. Check. Lucky. 26.
They start on the ground with Elliott. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So don't say nothing. Here we go, 47. 58, boy, 58 is Mike. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this. Henry. 58 is the Mike. Go, 58 is the Mike. Check. Hey, kill, 26.
On second and a yard. Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 82 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Marr on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
We won it. Come to my world. Pistol. Mike, 54.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Being chased out left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10.
Kill.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go. 47. 58, right?
On third down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Check. Watch 54. You're trapped. Wide. Get wide.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mayfield looks to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Back now in Arlington. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. This quarter. The second half started 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Mayfield on fourth down. And that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Check. Here we go, 47. Let's go, let's go. Kill. We're going to 54. Why?
On first down, it's Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Watch the screen.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Brings up second and 8 at the 9-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Going to 54. Why? Under 10. 10. 53's the mic. 53. 26. Hey, watch the slant. Check. 26.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Marr now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 27. Here's Mayfield. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Mayfield. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Switch. Safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, kill. 58, boys. 58. 58. It's Mike. We're going to 54. Why ain't? 26.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. The statement after the break, they pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Prescott looks to throw on first. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
No, to me it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
The first down carry here for Johnson. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. A gain of 3, second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On fourth down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
Here we go. Line in. All right. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in. Hey, let's get this. Look, slow. He's time to meet 46.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Kill, kill, kill.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Johnson, the intended target.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Second time, defense, let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Throwing on first down is Murray. Screen play, Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
I'm here all day.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers. Marr now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Ready, turn 80. Mike 54. What we got? What we got? What we got? 300.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards on the play, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rivers now. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 3rd and long for Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. 5 yards on the touchdown run. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Prescott from the gun. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got Rome.
You ain't going nowhere.
A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 14. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Rivers pass on target to Hunter Henry. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Now watch one. Protein spill.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level in the secondary, the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense.
Kill. Let's put that team on. We're going to 53. Nickel. We're going to 54. Line in. 26.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott looking middle, and it's incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Cooper's got it, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here go 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll throw again. Prescott, sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Here we go. Here we go, T. Get off the field. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Dallas.
Kill. Bring it. Hey, kill. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go,
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Complete to Jason Witten. He will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris trying to run inside, but nothing there. Joey Bosa in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. This one caught left side by Cooper.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a 1st with 3rd down looming. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker.